Same thing with Mike V too. It's like we're all good friends together, but it's just like Mike V and I basically grew up together. And and then obviously I think you and Mike R and Mike V spent at a time. You guys spent more time than I did with either of you. So I think I did something. I was working or something. I'm not sure what I was, but I know you guys hung out more than I did.
We did hang out quite a bit by ourselves, Mike.
Oh yeah, I was over your house a couple times.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
In the attic?
I think we were in the living room.
Oh, okay.
Was my dad gone or something?
I think he was in Atlantic City or something at the store.
Yeah. You're probably right. It was me, you, and Sandor.
I think it was Tom too, or Tom was there.
Okay. Yeah. It was him. Yeah. You're right.
I remember him cooking the next day. He was cooking all this food.
Yeah. Well, that's what we did. If you guys don't figure it out by now, everything revolved around food, some way, shape, or form.
That's right.
And we would take at my father's place. We would take whatever food was in there and we cook it all up. He came home to an empty fridge all the time. I think we went into the one room, Mike, where in his bedroom and ate one time because it was air conditioned. It was like the coolest room in the house. And we turned it all the way down to 26, the air conditioner. And we ate all this food and everything. Yeah, dude, that definitely.
Yeah.
But
at the time we could get away with eating lots of food, right? I remember us eating like 2 pizza pies ourselves, literally each a pie each or more. And then we used to do in the 20-piece nuggets and then plus 3 or 4 Big Macs or something like that each.
Right. You know? Just don't give us clams apparently.
Yeah.
And then I could tell a little story about me and Mike when we decided to park in your driveway, Mike, and sing Ace of Base at 1:00 in the morning as loud as we could. And then all of a sudden we look up and your mom's standing in the headlights like it was a horror movie. She looked so mad. And she didn't even say 2 words. You looked up and saw her and you're like, I gotta go.
It was the look of death.
I don't remember how much trouble you got in, Mike, but I know you just, when you saw her, you're like, I gotta go, Mike. I gotta go. Did you get in a lot of trouble?
Oh, of course. I got read the riot act.
But we were screaming. I mean, I was blasting the song, and we're screaming at the time. I don't know what we were thinking. They're like, go down the street and do it. No, not. We did it right in the driveway. With the headlights on, the car running, everything.
Mike's mom probably hates you, Mike R. She's like, don't hang around him. He's a bad influence.
I think that was what all your moms thought that.
No, my mom thought that after I told her that story about that last night that we had, but that's another. I won't go into that right now. But
yeah, that's a whole nother story we'll talk about. I don't even know if Mike knows that story happened. Mike,
I don't think so. It's a story where basically the last time I talked to Mike R. Do you remember? Did I ever tell you that story where he kind of was doing? He basically left me in this house. Him in the other room. Me talking to this dude that's doing lines of coke.
No, I never heard of it.
Oh, okay. We'll go into that story another day. That's a kind of a involved story.
It's a long story.
Yeah.
It's a long story. But I mean, yeah, I basically, Mike, I took him out with me one night when this was in my partying days when I would go to clubs and stuff. And I was like, Rob, come on out. I'll have you home early.
And mind you, let me preface this by saying that I was trying to live my I was trying to prepare to get a job, be on the straight and narrow. So, and
I took him the opposite. I took him Sodom and Gomorrah, basically.
So yeah, so I slept over at his house. He's like, "Oh, Rob, come on, we'll have a good time." Great.
Yeah, let's just say I wound up on more things than I can count that night too.
We might as well tell the whole story.
Yeah, we'll say it real quick.
Yeah, so
basically there was this club in New Jersey called Tequila Joe's. Okay, it was down in Newark. and I knew everybody there. I was a regular there. And I took Rob there, and I knew, and you remember, Rob, I knew a lot of people there.
Yeah, right.
So I'd be talking to people and stuff, and I wasn't trying to be rude, like I was ignoring you, Rob. I don't think I was ignoring you at that time in the club.
No.
But, you know, people were coming up to me, hey, blah, blah, blah. I think at one time I might have disappeared and said, I got to go to the bathroom.
We did separate. Yeah, we did separate.
Yeah, I think I might have been doing lines off the toilet bowl at that point.
Really? I thought you were just doing E at that point.
No, both.
Okay.
Both. Yeah, no, there was never one. Rob. that mama didn't raise no quitter. There was never one at the time.
Yeah, so but you only told me at that time, you only told me about E. You didn't tell me anything other than that.
Yeah. And it was only that one time in the toilet.
Okay.
But other than that, it was that, what you said. And alcohol, obviously.
Right, sure. Right.
But we wound up staying there till the place closed. And then, which was customary, what everybody I knew there, we would always wind up back at somebody's house for an after party, always. And I don't know if it was a good or bad thing, but, you know, whoever had all the stuff, like the dealers and stuff, would go back to whoever house it was, because it was a smart business decision, because there's going to be people there that want something. So, you know, where's everybody going? And then you go. So I don't know whose house it was. I cannot tell you whose house it was. I don't remember.
Yeah, and just want to make sure we reiterate the fact that I told Mike ahead of time, I have to go somewhere the next day. I had to be somewhere the next day early. So I had to be back at a reasonable hour to sleep.
Yeah. And I told him at the time, no, don't worry. We're only going to stop for a minute.
Exactly.
So we wound up at this place and we're hanging out and stuff. And then I believe I got called into the bedroom to do something.
Yep. Yeah. Not eventually. It was literally right away. Like we probably just hung out maybe 3 minutes or 5 minutes in the main room. Then you're like, Rob, I'll be right back.
Yeah. And you were cool about it. You're like, okay. And then, I left you with, I don't know who that was. I don't remember. But you were, there was a couple people out there. It wasn't just one person.
There was a couple, but the one guy left eventually. Yeah.
So there was this guy, his name was Deke. And that's who I went in the room with. I went in there with Deke, I wouldn't even consider a girlfriend. It was a girl he was with at the time. And some other people. And this was in the bedroom. So we're in there, and all I remember is this girl was trying to take my shirt off and drag me into bed. I'm like, dude, my friend is your boyfriend right next to you. Like, this is kind of weird. Even for me, who was messed up. I'm like, this is a little weird. I know she was messed up. She was like taking her shirt off at the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I think after a little bit, it might've been a good 45 minutes I was in there, or an hour. I don't remember.
Dude, you were in there way longer than that.
I lost track of time either way, but then I walked out, and at that point, I could tell Rob was not happy at that point. And I think then we left shortly after that. I think from when I came out of the room, we left at that point.
Well, I basically have to beg you to go, because it's like you were in there and I'm sitting out there just making small talk with this other dude, and he eventually brings out his lines of coke, starts snorting them, offers me some. I'm like, no thanks. And he was like half in and half out. He was like, obviously he's flying high as a kite. And so I go knock on the door, no answer. So I'm like, okay, fine. And I knock again. I think you answered. He's like, oh yeah, I'll be right out. I could tell you're out of it already. I think we were there for nearly 3 hours. We were there a long time. We were there a long time, dude.
I had no conception of time, dude.
Yeah, it was. Was
the sun coming up when we left?
On the way home. On the way home, it was coming up. But I think when we got home, it was coming up. So So I'm like maybe that's after second or third time I knocked on the door. I'm like, dude, we gotta go. And okay, fine. And then you basically dragged yourself out, and then we somehow we got home.
Yeah, was I driving?
I don't remember. That. I could. It would seem that I should have drove, but I don't remember for a fact that I did.
Right, because you probably didn't know where you were either.
No, and that was the time before Google Maps and stuff. So yeah,
right. We're gonna go. Excuse me, Siri, could you help me? It was way before that,
and it was like, and it was early. It was like really late night, early morning. So there's no one to ask for directions if I got lost.
Right. Hardly any cars on the road.
Yep,
nothing.
So but that was basically the last time. No, actually, no. That was actually not the last time. That was the second last time. That accounted for my lapse, our lapse of not talking until our 10-year reunion.
Right.
Because then again, you were an asshole.
Yeah, I was. I just like to officially apologize again for that.
So just a quick story. I know like Mike V must be bored about hearing our story, but like just a quick story about that. So our 10-year high school reunion comes up. I contact Mike. I say, hey, you want to do this and whatever. And Mike's like, oh, I don't have money to go. Why not? I'm like, okay, if I pay for your ticket, will you go? He's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Like, okay, fine. I bought the ticket. The day of the reunion, I'm like, hey, dude, and we're supposed to meet first, right? So we could go together. No response. Like half the day in, like I'm like, I think I texted or messaged, not texted, but messaged. I think it was like in the noon time or something like that. It was afternoon. Then like a few hours later, I'm like, Mike, you did not respond to me the night or even any time after. I went to reunion. I did, had fun, came back. I busted your chops about a message, but you still didn't respond to me. And never, even like days after, you didn't respond. You just totally ghosted me, man.
I didn't. So I never talked to you again after that?
Nope. Not until we hooked up on Facebook.
Wow, that was really the last time?
Yep.
Obviously, I probably was screwed up. I mean,
probably.
I would have done that just to be a jerk.
I could see being screwed up for that night.
No.
But like you did not.
If it was a weekend, dude, it would have been Friday evening through Sunday night.
Which is fine, but you never responded.
I think I probably felt like shit, which I had I should have felt like shit.
Yeah.
For doing that. Obviously, I was wrong. I'm not defending it at all. Again, I apologize. I was wrong. There's no defending that. That was a dick move.
Yeah, but 100%. Like you could have at least messaged me like a month down the line, a week, a month, 2 months. Like just say, hey, dude, I feel really bad. Like then we would have just continued on.
Right. I agree. That was a messed up time for me.
Yeah,
that was a long road, dude. I have stories to tell you, dude.
Yeah.
Not now.
Right.
I mean, nothing that involved you. Well, I mean,
stories of
give out my I'm talking like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas type stories, dude.
Right.
Like crazy stuff happened to crazy people I've met, and oh gosh, dude. But again, that was just so everybody who's listening to this, that was my past. Obviously, I'm not like that anymore. I just want to reiterate, I'm in a different place in my life. But I can't hide the fact that that was a part of my life back then. So I'm not going to hide it. And there was some funny stories that came out of it. So, and I'm alive.
So when I go, hey, Mike, you ready for that podcast? And like I hear crickets, you're not responding. So I do a few podcasts by myself. And
then the fame got to me. That's when we're like, oh man, I'm gonna hit them lines. We got 3 subscribers, baby. Yeah. Oh baby, I'm a master. I'm a star, baby. Then I'll be on that like behind the music type show.
That's later right.
On. It's like, what turned him back from drugs?
Dun, dun, dun.
They got 2 subscribers on a Monday morning. And everything went downhill. But,
so Mike V, you have any crazy stories that you've gone through like since we've last talked to you, or before we reconnected, I should say?
Crazy stories? Yeah, not really. No, I wasn't really that crazy back then. even less so now. I wish I had something better for you. That's not.
Well, you had that stint in porn for like 2 years, right?
Well, Mike V was in porn. What?
He was called the Iceman. He was in a couple porns, but he went under his pseudonym, his nom de plume.
He was singing like Steel Serpent songs as he's doing it.
He was. I'm screwing. I'm banging. I'm inside of you.
That's right. That's right. I knew you were going there.
But nothing crazy, Mike. No arrest warrants or anything like that. No murder raps or anything.
Yeah, I wish I had something for you.
But that makes you, Mike. You were always the straight man of the group for the most part. Always. We were the nuts. You were the straight man. Every group needs a straight man, and that was you.
Yeah, I was never into drugs or alcohol ever.
Yeah. Yeah, even alcohol, you didn't do anything with it, right, Mike?
I never got drunk ever, not once.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's actually pretty good. I mean, it's quite admirable,
Yeah, it's not a bad thing at all. By no means is that bad.
Especially when you're not like, you don't have religions restricting you. I mean, like, obviously there's some religions that restrict you with alcohol, but like, yeah, you were just normal, normal New Jersey guy, New Jersey teen, New Jersey adult. So
with some self-control.
Yeah.
So no crazy stories like streaking down the street trying to get to KFC or anything?
You must have some adventures, right, Mike?
Oh, no, not too much. Not really.
No.
Come on, you got to give us something, Mike. There's got to be one story. Again, nowhere near along the lines of what we just said. But you're going to have fans now, Mike. Where can they contact you at?
Oh, I guess through the website, I guess.
So why don't you tell us about, like, I mean, you did something with Foxy Boxing or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I should tell you that story. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
he's a famous producer, by the way.
Yes, I did I always had I was always a fan of that, of Foxy Boxing. And
you want to explain what that is to the audience?
Most people won't know.
Like it's regular boxing. It's with good-looking women,
in bikinis.
Yeah, or they could wear trunks as well.
Yeah.
And this company that I used to get videos from, they do customs, and the custom video is you write your own script. I did an outline script with this company, and I picked the girls. I financed the project, and did the wardrobe, props, everything, and wrote out the script, and they did it for me. It was a 6-round fight between these two very talented women, and they did a great job. And that's how that all came together. That was around 2008 that came out.
Is it in mass production?
It does. It is online for sale.
So did you
get a piece of it, Mike? Every time one is sold.
I did not. No.
Oh wait, you're talking a piece of the
profits.
Profits?
Nah, nothing. No.
Okay.
So basically, you finance the whole thing, and they make money on it. They
make money off of my creativity.
Wow. Did you at least get some touch some or meet some of the girls?
Well, they were in California, so no.
Oh, okay.
The closest contact was basically one of the actresses was on Twitter, and I tweeted her a few times. It wasn't even about the project; it was about her writing. She wrote a book, and I asked her about her book.
Oh, cool.
So it wasn't about her sets.
Or what?
So you didn't tweet her about her assets?
Oh no. He's a classy person.
Yeah. Right. So when is your new movie coming out? The Rise and Fall of Tiffany Amber Thiessen. When is that coming out?
just to let the listeners and the audience know, Mike V had this big thing for Tiffany Amber Thiessen, who played Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell. But yeah, he's yeah. I guess he's Mike V's not as enthusiastic about Kelly or Tiffany anymore. So
yeah, don't get him started on that new show. Don't get him started.
No.
Mike has lost his fondness for her looks and her acting ability.
She could still act. It's just the projects aren't any. They're not of the quality of the earlier work, in my opinion.
So, do you think it's by her choice that she's getting these horrible roles, or is it her agent, or what do you think?
I think it's slim pickings. She has a family. She's got to take what she could take. It's not easy. It's just, in my opinion, she's being underutilized, and she's been underutilized for the last, I'd say, half her career. It's just, these roles she's in, like Fast Lane, she's supporting, and these other actors, and she's better. She was better out front, and the cooking show, not my cup of tea, and this new show that she's on again, it's the first half of her career was really good. She was really a star, but then it kind of changed.
So she didn't hit it big like Elizabeth Berkley.
Although I wouldn't mind seeing Tiffany take Elizabeth Berkley's part in that one movie, Showgirls. Yeah.
They all showed their assets at one point. Tiffany was in Playboy, and
no, she was in FHM. She never did Playboy.
Oh, FHM, but she still showed a lot.
She turned that down. She was offered it.
I thought she was in a movie where she showed everything, or at least from the top up.
I don't think so.
Sure. It depends on what the movie was. I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
Like she did some provocative roles like Hollywood Ending or Speedway Junkie. You go early 2000s, but nothing like that. Nothing what Elizabeth Berkley did. Not even close.
Right.
Are you guys sure about that? Because
she made this like a photo shoot. You might be thinking of.
You're looking it up, Mike.
I seem to remember. Because being a young boy back then, you took things where you can get them. there was no Pornhub back then,
right?
So you had to go to Quick Check in Bloomingdale and pick up your porns at 2 a.m. on the way home. I really thought.
Are you looking it up?
Absolutely, I'm looking it up. I thought she did something.
I don't think so. Your girl did, Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, she did. Well, she went hog wild for a half a minute.
Yeah. But I don't think Tiffany did.
The raciest thing was like a Speedway Junkie.
No, FHM, she had see-through shirt.
That's like a photo shoot, though, Mike.
Yeah, it's not even comparable to Showgirls.
No. I wasn't trying to compare.
There was one singular photo shoot. She had the short hair. That's what you're thinking about. It wasn't a movie.
Right, but at that time, I'll take the see-through.
He did some B movies, but never anything like that.
No, I agree with that. But I knew you were able to see.
Yeah, there's one photo shoot, one singular. I'm saying one, or less than count on one hand.
One singular sensation. But yeah, so yeah, we had our loves. Rob, who was yours besides Dave Mustaine at the time?
At the same time as Tiffany, and when you liked Alyssa Milano, mine was Shannon Doherty.
Yes, that's right.
Yes,
that's right. I forgot.
And I also was the first, and you guys made fun of me for this. That girl from Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
I was the first to notice her in Family Adam's Family Values, the second one. I'm like, she's grown. She has boobs now.
I think she lost too much weight now. Have you seen her recently?
No, not recently. No.
I don't think she looks good. They try to go for that stick look. It's like, you look good with a shape. Why do you have to? But they do it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't like it, man. I don't get it. But what are you gonna do? And then you also have a crush on Amy Jo Johnson?
No, that wasn't me. No, I mean, obviously, I thought she was cute, but like, I didn't really have a crush on her.
Do you know who that is, Mike? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Very good, Mike. It was the Pink Ranger from the original Power Rangers.
Right.
We had that movie in the theater. I always remember the theme song at the end of it over and over again. Uh-oh, we're in trouble with it.
Yes. Yeah, they made an appearance in the movie. Did you see it, Rob?
Which one?
The Power Rangers movie.
Yes, but that was been a while. It's been a while.
I'm talking about the one from '95.
Yeah.
One she was actually in.
Oh, I thought you meant the newest one with all the different kids.
Not the cameo. No, not the cameo. No.
Okay, because they made an appearance in it for like a second.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And near the end, in the end.
Jason Frank and her.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. They popped in it for like 2 seconds. And then he got in trouble because I think he like took a picture from the set or did something. Like he wasn't supposed to show something and he did. And he got in trouble.
Who did?
Jason Frank.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Something along them lines. But nothing beats the original Power Rangers. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, that was good times. That was good times.
But I do, speaking of movie stars and stuff, I think we should do a 10-second moment of silence for Harry Anderson and R.Lee Ermey.
That's right.
He lost 2 people, which, if I was in Hollywood right now, I would hide because there's a third coming. We don't know who. But they usually group together. So,
well, yeah, that's just life, though. Like, I think every year, like, there's lots of famous people that die, right? So it's kind of like that. I'm not taking anything away from it. It's just that's sad. It's sad and all, but that's just part of life, and it's kind of just have to deal with it. It's like it's kind of sucks because especially when you've seen a lot of their stuff, like Night Court or Mail Call. I love R.Lee Ermey and Mail Call.
Yeah, hoorah.
Yeah, that and you see outtakes from it now, right, on YouTube and stuff like that. And you kind of like memories come back, and you kind of see how cool they were, normally. So
yeah, he was, and that was his character. He was a really good guy. What I read, he was good. Yeah, he's a good dude. I mean, I know him again having a kid from Toy Story, being the toy soldier in Toy Story.
Right.
And obviously Full Metal Jacket. That's a given.
Yep.
And that's iconic.
Yep.
You can't not say that. And then as far as Harry Anderson goes, I mean, nobody probably under the age of 30 knows who he is, but he was pretty big. He was a big comedian back when we were younger, and he was on Night Court.
Right.
So
he was on Cheers too.
And Cheers.
Yes, and Cheers too.
That's right. And he was a stand-up comic. I mean, he did shows too.
He had another show called Dave's World. I don't think it was as big as those other 2, of course, but I think it was a moderate success.
Was it before Night Court or after?
It was afterwards. I believe.
Does anybody know what happened to Bull?
You can see him in many kind of guest starring roles, but he has hair, or sometimes he doesn't. So you always know it's him because he's so tall.
Yeah.
I saw him on Married with Children a few times. He played like a gangster or something. A muscle.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah, that dude, yeah.
Well, who knows? Who knows if you didn't schmooze with him, Mike? Mike schmoozes with the stars. So he almost took out John Cleese. Not John Cleese. John Cleese.
John Cleese.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah, he almost took out one of Monty Python. I meant Cleese from Karate Kid.
Right. The sensei.
Oh, yes.
Mike almost swept the leg from behind at a restaurant.
Well, I regret not walking up to him and at least getting a picture with him because he was right there in the lobby of the hotel. So.
You should have. Yeah, Mike's got some great pictures of him seeing
From the
a
back.
couple. Yeah, well, you were still in the same general area as these stars were.
Oh yeah.
That there's something to be said about that. I was never there. Rob was never there.
Right.
I was never like you said, you didn't have adventures. You had adventures.
Oh yeah. Christine Taylor is probably the best story.
Yeah, don't get Mike started on Ben Stiller, dude. Don't say nothing, Rob. People, him and Ben Stiller don't mix like oil and vinegar.
Why's that, Mike? Go ahead, tell the story.
About the Christine Taylor?
Or either one. Ben Stiller too.
Well, they go hand in hand, Rob.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I went out to California in 1996 with my sister, and we had the opportunity to see a sitcom. It was either that show with Christine Taylor called Party Girl, which was shooting the pilot, or it was Sybil Shepherd's show, which was called Sybil. So we picked the one with Christine Taylor because we knew her from the Brady Bunch movie that came out a year before in 1995. So we went to this taping. We were the first ones there at 4:30, but since they took groups with sitcoms, they took a group of people. They wanted a crowd. We were the last one in at 7. So we saw them taping the show, and also in the cast was Swoozie Kurtz. You guys would know her probably from Mike and Molly. She plays the mother. She's the redhead. So she was in the cast as well, along with Christine. And we stayed for about 5 hours to watch the show. We're the last 2 people there. And then I really wanted to meet her. And my sister's like, you know what? I'm just going to go talk to her. My sister had to drive home to the hotel in Redondo Beach, which was like a couple hours away from Sunset Gower Studios, which was in Hollywood. So, my sister was in the business because she worked for a magazine, a soap opera magazine. So she knew a mutual friend or acquaintance of Christine. That's how she broke the ice. We got to talk to Christine for about a couple of minutes. And she was still working at the time. She was still taping the show. She took a couple of minutes for us, and she was really nice. And it was a good memory. So, yeah, that's how I met Christine Taylor.
How about Ben Stiller? What's with Ben Stiller?
No, I never met Ben Stiller. No.
But why do you hate him?
How he treated.
No,
Christine.
I don't know how he treated her.
He dropped the ball, man. He dropped the ball.
Well, Christine, yeah, I don't know. She's about as good as you could get, I think. That's just my opinion.
Still to this day, Mike?
What's that?
Still to this day, you think that she's the best you can get? Not you personally. I mean, the statement you just said.
No, I mean she's she's quality across the board.
It's a good girl, the kind you bring home to mom.
Oh, absolutely, sure.
But now he's more along the lines of what's her name? What the heck is her name? I don't remember. I try to block out people's names now that are movie stars and stuff. It doesn't matter. It's ruined. The time's gone. I don't remember what her name is. It doesn't matter. But there's nobody that is up to par to the quality of women you enjoyed many eons past, Mike.
What, movie stars today? No, not really. No.
Nobody has that magic, huh?
No, not so much, Mike.
I hear you. Maybe we're just older too. Maybe we're smarter. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what it is?
I'm not a J-Law fan, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, they need to lose her somewhere. Let her go fight freedom and go disappear. She's just annoying to me. I don't know. Even before she said anything recently, I found her annoying. I don't think she's that great of an actress. Most of her stuff bombs now too.
That one with the spy movie didn't do that well. I don't think it did.
Red Sparrow or whatever it was.
I got bad reviews. I think that's what I heard.
It wasn't a Rotten Tomato. But I just wanted to touch on this real quick. I don't know how up to date you guys are on current video games, but I'm really looking forward to God of War. I don't know if you guys know that series or not.
I do. I know.
Yeah, I'm a little familiar with it, but I know a lot of people are looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, it's a PlayStation exclusive. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, to get the kind of marks it got it's really unheard of. There's not many that get that kind of mark. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope. I can't wait. There's a couple games that I can say I don't play many. I'm not the type of guy who, if I beat a game, I go back and play it. If I beat it, I'm done with it. It's like I bought a hooker. We had our fun. I paid you, and now I'm done. I'm not going to call you again.
Depending what type of game it is, like
I'm not like that, dude. No. I'm talking about an RPG type, storyline type. Now, if you're talking something like Overwatch or Destiny, again,
no. Even at RPG types, like, yeah, there's certain I guess different what you're considering, what game it is, right? If you're talking about Witcher or
you just got me.
Or you're talking about Elder Scrolls, there's a lot more things to do rather than just the main storyline.
Okay, well, if we were talking about Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games.
Right.
Loved it. I played everything, all the DLC. Until I was totally done with it, I didn't stop.
Right. So I think it's the type of game and what if it's open world or not. So
right. But if I beat everything in the game, what I'm saying is I'm not going to go back and start another campaign. That's not me.
Sure. I mean, you could try to do a speed finish, and
you're not talking to my son. That's not me. That's my son. That does it.
Yeah,
I don't do that stuff.
Oh, okay. Just you're saying you personally, you don't want to go do other interesting things on a game, like
okay. No, not if it's something like weird, like jump challenge.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
You handicap yourself basically.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do Game Plus mode either. Like where you go back and you have all your stuff updated already. And
right. Well, yeah, that tends to get boring actually. The Game Plus.
You know everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you can probably do it like a speed run, but like other than that, it's like if you're just doing it normally, it gets boring if you have all your equipment and stuff like that with you. It's like why even bother?
Right. I just don't. The biggest games for me over the last couple of years were Witcher 3.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved. Played everything with it. Like I was so sad when the DLC was done.
Right.
Like I loved every single minute of that game. Every single minute of it. Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know if you guys know that game.
Yeah.
Great game. Played that. I didn't get the DLC for it because it wasn't really necessary for the ongoing story. So I was like, and something else came out at the time, so I didn't do it. But I played that. I platinumed. I don't know if you know how PlayStation works, but I platinum trophied on that.
Yeah.
Which means you get every trophy in the game.
Right.
So I platinumed that game. Then recently was Assassin's Creed Origins. Played the crap out of that.
Yeah.
They're all very similar in style.
Yeah, I was about to say. Right.
And I feel that's how God of War is going to be. So I'm really sad. And I never played thoroughly any of the old ones. I know the whole story.
Yeah.
I never played them through. So, but I'm really excited about that. I traded in Castle Wolfenstein. I was not happy with number 2. Again, I don't know if you follow that. Wolfenstein, The New Order was the first game. That was really good. I played that all the way through. That was really good. I bought Wolfenstein 2.
Okay. I don't think you mean the original Wolfenstein.
No, this is the newer ones.
Okay.
I'm not talking about Castle Wolfenstein. It's just Wolfenstein.
Okay, gotcha.
Which came out on PlayStation like 2 years ago.
Okay, gotcha.
2.5 years or something like that.
I was about to say, you weren't even in computers at that time, so you wouldn't have played the original Wolfenstein, or at least its origin.
No, which is fun because on the newer games you get to play, like you go up to an arcade machine and get to play the old game.
I see. Right.
But Wolfenstein: The New Order was really great. I had high hopes for Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Yeah.
Sucked, dude. I was so disappointed. I played it through. I finished it, but I was like, really? This is what I spent money on?
Right.
So I dumped that, and then I played Destiny. I play the usual first person shooter games and stuff, and
yeah,
I like them.
Borderlands.
Never got into Borderlands. Everybody goes nuts for that game. I never got into it.
Really? Oh, I love to.
But I play Skyrim though.
Okay. Yeah, Elder Scrolls.
I never finished it. It's just way too much to finish. Yeah. I have the full, like with all the DLC and everything. I'm not even like a quarter of the way through the story.
Yeah. There's just so many things to do.
Yeah, you get lost for hours.
Yeah.
Doing side quests and stuff and building things up and having
just
kids and buying houses and
just all the general fuckery that you could do with that game. So
that's Bethesda though, man. That's what they do.
For sure.
I played Fallout 4. I never finished it though. I got tired of it. It got a little repetitive for me.
Yeah, they say Fallout 4 wasn't as good as 3.
New Vegas. Yeah. Well, New Vegas I heard was even better than regular 3.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I played Vegas, but like I didn't really. I thought 3 was still better, but.
Right. So that's I'm the type that likes to concentrate on one game at a time, especially if it's story driven.
Yeah.
I'll just play the crap. Aside from like Overwatch and Destiny, which I could jump in and out of.
Yeah. Those really don't have storylines though. So
right. Aside from but they do. But you can beat that.
Right. Exactly. That's just like an afterthought. Really, it's really meant for online play.
Right. Exactly. Like the new DLC is dropping for Destiny in like 2 weeks, something like that. Yeah. Warmind is the new one. I really hope it's not as disappointing as Curse of Osiris, which was the first one. Oh, what a waste that was, man. I don't know if you played the first Destiny at all. But if you didn't, you didn't because it's not on PC. But
right.
The first one was great. I played it for hours. I went in and I made 3 characters up and built them all the way up, spent hours just playing. So excited for the second one. Talked all this shit about how it was going to be this and that and the other thing. There was going to be more story and what a disappointment. And all the paywalls and shit they put stuff behind, they really screwed it up, man. So I just stopped. I hadn't played it in a while. I beat the DLC, which again was a big disappointment. This guy Osiris, they built up for 2.5 years in the old game, built him up in the new game. You finally get to see him, and it was like,
yeah,
it was no big deal. It was a real disappointment. But yeah, definitely looking for God of War. Also looking forward to Spider-Man. I can't wait till that comes out. That looks amazing. And Vampire is another one that looks really good, or Vampire. I don't know how they pronounce it, but a couple good ones coming out this year. But we do have a channel, by the way, if you're listening. We haven't done anything with it yet.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew this is why you're talking about this whole video game thing. I knew you were going to do that.
You want me to interject anything, I'll find a way. We do have a Twitch channel. We have not done anything with it yet. It's at Mindset Converse on Twitch. We're hoping to do some more stuff with it. Again, Mites doesn't game really anymore, and Rob's on PC, and I have all the consoles. So we're hoping at some point maybe Rob to get a console,
or we could just play, or you could cross-platform, or you could get a PC.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but but the only thing that's bad about that is Xbox doesn't use Twitch. They do something called Mixer. So we can't even do Twitch. We'd have to make an account on Mixer then just for that, and it's not as big as
for Xbox.
Yeah, and PC.
Well, I mean,
if we went across platform the two, I'm saying. I don't know if I cross platform with you. If you were to do the Twitch account from the computer, I don't know if it would work. I don't know how it works. I never did cross platform like that.
Well, I mean, like if we you'd have to cross platform on a game that's basically PlayStation, because that PlayStation and PC could both go on.
Well, that you got a better chance, like I said, of finding gold in your toilet. Because Sony don't want nothing to do with that cross-platform stuff. They're holding on. I mean, maybe someday they'll finally. Everybody else is doing it.
If you play fighting games, there's fighting games usually a cross-platform.
Not PlayStation.
Really? Street Fighter? Street Fighter's not cross. No.
Nope. Sony's the only one that you could do Xbox to Nintendo.
Yeah.
You can do Xbox to PC. You can do, I believe, Nintendo to PC, especially Minecraft. Minecraft goes across all of them except Sony. Sony won't do it.
And you just have to get a PlayStation.
Yeah, that's what they want. That's exactly what they want.
Yeah.
But again, if you were to get a console, I would tell you, I'm saying if you ever did get a PlayStation, because they have a lot more exclusives on PlayStation.
I think I would get a PlayStation only for the fact of VR. So I want to get it for the virtual VR games and stuff like that, or just the stuff that you could do on VR. So,
oh baby, let me play Witcher 3 in VR so I could be on that unicorn, baby. You know about that scene?
No, not about the unicorn scene, but I was just laughing because the stuff with VR is basically getting to that point. So
yeah, pretty much. Have you seen Ready, Set, Go, the movie?
Well, did you ever see? Also, I'm not sure who's. So this might get to and not safe for part of the conversation, but did you ever
hide the kids?
Did you ever hear a Fleshlight?
Yes, I know exactly.
So they have this. So they have.
I know what you're saying.
A mechanical thing.
Yes.
That hooks up to. And you could have it hooked up to I think Pornhub, and where you have like a virtual view of it while it's doing things.
Right in the USB. It goes right in the USB.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey Mike, would you mind showing us yours real quick? Would that be all right?
What?
I think Mike blocked us out. I think we lost him for a minute. Where we're talking about video game. Mike is a Nintendo old school retro type dude. You ask Mike anything about a game from 1985, he'll tell you statistics, the date it came out, the boss's name, programmers on it, whatever you need. What were the first 3 games on the NES, Mike? The original NES.
Gyromite, Duck Hunt, Hogan's Alley. I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably right. That sounds about right.
Maybe the original Super Mario Brothers, but I'm not sure. Not the original, but the one that came with the game.
Yeah.
Then they went to the arcade classic series like Popeye and the Donkey Kong Jr.
Oh, I loved Popeye. As dumb as it was,
They never had that on the Virtual Console, which I was disappointed because I think they didn't have the rights to it.
Remember, you'd have to collect the hearts.
I love that game. I love Stage 2 with the building. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
And the Vulture came after you on the ship.
Yes.
The Vulture. The Vulture was bigger than you.
Yeah, you're right. I did love that game.
But you see it in the arcade. The NES was a decent port, but the arcade had so much more. Like you had Wimpy in the arcade on the seesaw. But he wasn't in the Nintendo version.
Right.
Supposed to jump on the seesaw, and then he jumps back down, and he sends you up the Sweet Pea on the balloon in Stage 2.
That's right.
The musical notes. That was my favorite stage, though.
The musical notes were hard, though, wasn't it, from what I remember?
There's only 16 of them. Like, the parts had 24. And the musical notes were only 16. And then Help was on the ship, which was the hardest level, of course.
Yeah.
Vulture, Bernard. His name was Bernard.
Could you sing us a few bars of the music from it?
This is Stage 2. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's right. So what we're going to do, we're going to start a series on here. We're going to say Stump Mike. And you're going to comment or comment here or hashtag Stump Mike V. And you're going to hit us with questions from Mike about retro gaming. We're going to see if he can answer it. So you hit him with it, and he's going to let you know. And we're not going to let him see it, but he's not going to read it until he's on the actual show, so he can't research it. We're going to hit him with it on the show, put him on the spot. So that's hashtag Stump Mike V on Twitter. Or you can do hashtag PAS. You got a question for him, Rob? You want to stump him with something?
No, I'm good.
Oh man. But so we're not doing a rant.
You could do one if you want.
I don't got one right now.
Mike, what do you have? Mike V, what do you have to rant about? What irritates you?
Oh, jeez.
Well, we like to do everybody do a 60-second rant. That could be about anything you want. We'll make sure we time it for you, let you know when your time's up, and you can just go off on any subject you want.
Good question.
There's got to be something, Mike. There's got to be something bottled up in you right now that you want to just release the pressure valve on. You got anything, Mike? If you don't have anything, that's all right.
Oh.
Yeah, just think of something. Just keep something in the back of your head for next time.
I mean, technically, we had like a little 60-second rant about Rob going off on me about the reunion. That kind of was a 60-second rant.
No, that wasn't a rant because I was not. I mean, now it's kind of after the fact. I'm not that irritated about it anymore. So
if I would have caught him that next day, it would have been a 20-minute rant.
Oh no, not next day. Maybe like a month later when I just still didn't hear from you. So.
So is there anything else you want to cover, Mike? I mean, really, we never let you really decide on anything. The floor is yours. Is there anything you want to talk about? Sports? Anything you want? Floor is yours.
Oh, in sports?
Anything you want.
Well, with the Yankees, I think they're showing some improvement now, and we're getting some guys that were injured back, like Aaron Hicks in center field, and that's helped out. Hit a couple home runs, one inside the park. He's a very talented athlete, so getting Aaron Hicks back is big for the Yankees, and the starting pitching has been, for the most part, pretty good, with Severino at the top and Masahiro Tanaka, and DC's coming back from the DL. He's going to pitch on Thursday. The bullpen's kind of rounding it, anchored by Aroldis Chapman and David Robertson in the back end of the bullpen, and Chad Green picked up where he left off last year. And the offense, Giancarlo Stanton, he's getting his feet wet in New York, and he's doing a good job playing left field at times when they need him to. So I think the fans are a little hard on him, booing him on opening day, which was a little bit, I think, went too far. I think he's a good guy. Aaron Judge, picking up where he left off, and Didi, probably the best player on the team. So the Yankees look good. They're 8-7, but they'll improve. I see them going on a run pretty soon.
What are your predictions by the All-Star break?
I think the Yankees and Boston will be at the top. I think Boston will be in first. The Yankees will be in second at that point. I don't think the Yankees will overtake them by the All-Star break. I think Boston is going to make a good run. They'll be ahead of the Yankees for the majority of the first half.
What do you think NL East?
NL East? I still think Washington might come.
But how much? Like maybe they're in first. How many games out of the Mets?
Washington will be first. The Mets will be in second. And the other teams will kind of falling behind them. I know Philly's got Arrieta. That will help them a little bit, but the Marlins are kind of like, they had a lot of losses in the offseason, so they'll probably finish last. And Mets will be second.
How many games back?
5.5.
Really? You think that much?
5.5. Yep.
I don't think I can talk to you anymore now, Mike.
You just have 2 starting pitchers. It's not enough.
No, right. But things can change between now and then too.
Well, it depends what Vargas could do for you.
Sure. We're definitely a different team this year. If we can stay healthy, I have high hopes.
Fine. It's just your starting pitching is not deep. It's too deep. Syndergaard and Rom. That's it.
I'm going to cut that out, Mike, to make a clip from it, right? When you go and it's too deep.
Well, too deep.
It'll be like, remember that time? Oh, it's too deep. Too deep. Just no, just a tip.
You don't have enough starting pitching.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Right.
The Yankees aren't, they don't have a lot of depth there either, but I think the Yankees have a deeper bullpen to make up for that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But we'll see. I'm having fun right now.
Hey, 12-3 is good. It's a good start.
There's only one other team that's better than us, and that's Boston.
Oh, Boston, what, 13-1?
13-2, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. We're not far behind them.
That was a good brawl. That was a good brawl with the Yankees and the Red Sox. That was enjoyable.
Yeah, did you enjoy that?
That was great. Yeah.
Did you go to a game this year? Did you go to opening day, or did you just watch?
The last game I went to was in 2015.
Okay.
I think it played the Phillies. Cole Hamels was pitching for the Phillies. That's how long ago it was.
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
Ivan Nova was pitching.
I'll tell you, I do enjoy the Chase Field out here. Whenever I can catch the Mets, usually come out once a year for 3 games, and I always try to catch it when I can. But they usually do it during the freaking week, and I can't.
That's Arizona.
Yeah,
that's Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I really like their stadium.
I remember it from 2001.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's just that it's because it's a dome, so it don't matter. It's 150 outside. They close the dome and it's wonderful in there.
Does Randy Johnson come by and throw out the first pitch ever?
No, he comes back every now and then and teabags the catcher.
I know he lives out there.
He does. He lives out here. I think he comes out every now and then. They have some stuff like with the All-Stars and stuff, like the teams past and stuff and MVP shit like once in a while. I don't watch the games though. I don't have regular TV, so I don't watch the games out here. The Diamondbacks ain't doing too shabby either.
Yeah, Zach Greinke.
Yeah. Rob left. He had enough.
I'm still here.
Are you changing?
I am doing other things, but I am still here vocally.
Mike, we managed to have Rob leave talking about sports.
No, it's not that. I think, to be honest, I think I'm a little tired from talking already. So,
well, it's late. We don't usually do it.
Oh, it's not. It's not the late. It's not the late part. I think it's just we're here for a little bit already. So I think we're coming close to our last time that we talked too. So
yeah. We should probably start wrapping up. You are definitely correct in that. We should be back to Sunday this week, unless again follow us on Twitter and stuff, and we'll let you know if there's a problem with that. But we should be back to our normal time this Sunday. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Mindset Conversation.
Converse.
Mindset Converse. Sorry. Thank you, Rob. Follow us on Facebook. Again, everything's in the YouTube. On YouTube, all the links and stuff are there. Make sure you subscribe, like. Hopefully, you're seeing the clips. Not sure with YouTube sometimes if those clips are getting out, but hopefully you're seeing them. It's kind of our best of. We like to put that out during the week. We're still kind of chopping up that session too that me and Rob did last week. We had a lot of content now. You definitely get a lot of best of stuff out of. And right. Look for this. I'm going to assume, Rob, tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow morning. We'll see though.
Okay. Look for us hopefully sometime tomorrow. It'll be on iTunes. Maybe a little bit longer with Google Play, but definitely iTunes first and SoundCloud before even that. So we're on all that. So whatever platform, if you don't want to look at our faces or if you don't like Kermit staring at you, you can just go and listen to the podcast and let our voices put you to sleep at night. Or you can pipe us through a speaker out in front of your house to scare away burglars, whatever you want. But we really would appreciate if you spread the word and subscribe and like and we're definitely going to keep getting better and better and better, and hopefully our production value will keep getting better and better. And yeah, I think that's all I got. Rob?
Yeah, no, that's it. Thanks for listening to us. I think this one ran a little long, so I'm not sure exactly. This might actually be a little tough to upload to the to SoundCloud because it's going to be long, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, so thanks again for listening. Thanks again, Mike V, for coming on. Hopefully you could be. I'm sorry?
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I think next time we'll have more of we'll have more of a proper segment for you next time. So hopefully you could have like something that focuses on your area expertise on the next cast. So
exactly, and maybe we can get you and Howie on at the same time, which would be fun. Maybe I don't know what your availability. I know Sunday Howie will be available. I don't know if your availability is on Sunday, but that would be cool. We definitely like to have you on as a regular whenever you're available and let you do your thing. Again, guys, I know we went a little long, but I think it was two episodes of build up of trying to get Mike on here and again tell him the backstory of Mike, and kind of got away from us a little bit, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. And like I said, you could always, if you don't want to listen to this, look for we have a playlist of clips. Usually we post the best of stuff, so you'd always do that. But thanks again, Mike. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you on Sunday.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, listeners.
Bye-bye.